You're tuning in to From the Thread.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This
What's
is
good?
Isaac.
And Ben here.
Yeah, so we're back with another podcast. So today, before we start the podcast, I think we are gonna be we're actually starting the second part of our sort of grooming podcast, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
man.
it? Yeah.
Usually we got makeup and skincare.
Yeah, and this time round, we're gonna be talking about haircuts with
Yeah,
a guy
man.
called Cottie. He owns
man.
Oven Cuttery and Mentega,
Yeah,
which is
homemade.
a hair product company, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the podcast, as usual, we will bring you one fun fact for the day.
Yep.
So my fact for the day is that a strand of hair is stronger than a copper wire with the same diameter. That's kind of fucked up.
Wow. So then why people don't use hair
actually-
to replace copper wire then? It's stronger.
That is true, but actually, you think about it, if you use scissors, you can cut the hair
Yeah.
through. You can cut the hair into half, but if you pull it, you can never ever actually like if you hold a hair like a hair and you just pull it, I think you cannot
Yeah.
right. Isn't
It's
it?
like how those Pantene commercial they promote lah. Where you pull how hard also, that shit won't break. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true.
Yeah. Shout out Pantene, man, sponsor us.
Shout out Pantene. And that is the fun fact for today.
Yeah,
so stay tuned. We got a lot of funny stuff.
Yeah,
and,
fun facts.
Stay tuned to the end actually, right? Kevin actually dropped us a story that
Yeah.
that shocked all of us lah.
Yeah, quite.
Okay, so
let's
on
get
to the podcast. Yo, welcome back to another episode of From the Threads with Ben.
With Ben. Wow, so you're a band now. Wow, okay.
No lah. So hi, welcome guys. Back to another episode of podcast. So today we are actually sticking true to the theme that we're going with the
Yes.
like the last podcast, right? So we're still on to grooming.
Yep.
But the last time we talked about skincare, today we're actually going to be talking about something.
Haircut.
Yeah,
Yes. People tend to ignore this style of shit.
that's true.
Yeah, I
That's
mean-
true. Today we have a good friend of ours as well as a barbershop owner, Mr.
Yes.
Kevin Cottie here. So I think I wouldn't ruin the introduction. We'll just let you do the introduction.
Yeah,
So maybe
man.
just let us know who are you, what you do, and how you do what you do.
How I do what I do. Yeah, well, I run and operate the Oven Cuttery barbershop,
Okay.
and also we run a hair product line, more like a grooming line now. We do more than just hair products, but it's
Okay.
called Mentega.
Mentega.
Yeah, so Mentega started first, then the barbershop came, and then
Oh, Mentega started first.
Yep.
Before the barbershop.
I started making pomade, so it's before I became a barber.
Oh, okay.
Then how I do what I do.
How do you came about? Yeah, like how did it all came about?
Yeah.
Like,
I really got into pomades even when I was working as a journalist. Before I was like a barber. So I was super into because I never tried pomade before. When I first tried it, then man, this thing's really good. And then I went on those Facebook groups where pomade enthusiasts, and then they were they have people, a lot of maybe people from America, Australia, they would post hey, check out my home brewed pomade. I'm like, you can make this yourself. So I got into it and then started making my own for fun.
for fun.
Then it was only until maybe 3 years of making my own pomade. Then only I started the brand lah. That was when I picked up barbering.
Oh, okay. So it's that's a quite an unorthodox way to get into sort of
Yeah.
Wow, that
pomade.
after that everything became history lah.
Yeah, but what about barbering that sort of really gets you into this whole scene? What was the thing that really pushed besides the pomade and all? I'm sure you have interests that sort of oh yeah, maybe you know what?
He just
I'll
like
be a
hair
barber.
lah. He just like hair, man.
Yeah, it's funny because I never thought I would become a barber.
Yeah.
But when I started learning, I was already making pomade, right? But when I started learning how to cut hair, I realized that I've been into classic haircuts all the while. We're talking just very old school way of doing things, shaving with a straight razor, taking time to do things,
Okay.
and then sticking to stuff that lasts through time. Yeah. So when I did all the classic haircuts, you were talking Great Gatsby. Now Peaky Blinders all over the place. But
Yes.
Yeah.
we're talking stuff like haircuts you see in the 30s, 40s, Fantastic Beasts,
Yeah.
Harry Potter,
Yeah.
that kind of time.
Okay.
So those haircuts just really popped out.
To you.
For me, yeah.
I see.
And if I like in barbering, I get to do those kind of haircuts. So and pomade, and that is like the
All
best.
comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Goes
true.
hand in hand. Yeah.
But it's funny that just now he mentioned about pomade enthusiast Facebook groups. Like, what the hell goes on there, lah?
it's the best place to like.
But I get why you're so into like making your own pomade and stuff, because I feel that the process is quite therapeutic in a way.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
it looks-
maybe Ben, you can tell us, or Ben and Kevin, you can tell us like a little bit more like
Because
how
previously
does the process
I did a shoot with him, and I showed him the process of him making the pomade.
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
it looks really chill, man. It's like baking, but even more chill.
even more chill.
Yeah. It's like you stir the stuff, then once it melted, then you pour into the glasses and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's like super ASMR, man.
Yeah, ASMR is the word.
Yes.
I
Until
see.
you get bored.
But okay, so I'm a layman now. So if let's say if it's like a baking process to create like a pomade, for example, does it have an expiry date?
Yes.
It does actually
shit.
have an expiry
Really?
date.
Anything
yeah,
that contains water, like water attracts bacteria, right?
Yeah, of
Which
course.
is why you need preservatives. But if it's your oil-based kind of stuff, you don't need to be so worried. It lasts way longer than.
Okay. So what's the average like water-based sort of pomades
Like our products last a year to be safe.
to be safe?
It lasts about 2 years.
Okay.
But because we don't know what kind of environment
Of course.
people
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
in,
Of
maybe
course.
like in the bathroom where it's more wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but average about a year.
So when
Oh.
it expires, it start to grow fungus and
The
stuff.
preservatives run out. It's not effective anymore.
So when you apply, it just doesn't work, lah.
It works, but you don't really want mold in your hair, lah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless it's like,
It's a vibe.
it's a vibe,
it's
lah.
a vibe, alive.
Damn. Oh, okay. I never knew. I always thought that pomades. Okay, you know what? I think it's time for me to buy a new one, lah. Because I think mine's about a year already.
Yeah. I think you need to grow your hair longer first, then only
That's
decide
true. That's true.
whether
But I think now
like-
also I'm really starting to use a bit of product already. So yeah. Yeah, bro.
So okay, so what do you think of? How do you think that hair and fashion, like how do they relate? Now, what's your opinion about that?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
When clients sit in our chair, like for me, I usually ask them things about their lifestyle. So like things like what they do for a living, what their morning routine is like. Do they like to spend time in the morning, or do they just want to get out of bed and like not apply any products? So I think even in terms of things like pairing what you wear with how your hair is, it matters.
Yeah.
Yes,
of course.
definitely.
Because I remember when I was cutting my hair, my own hair.
You
And
cut your
I-
own
Yeah,
hair?
and then I totally messed up.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go bald. I zap like a number 2 all over. Then I realized I couldn't wear some of the clothes that I used to wear.
Yeah.
Because like I'm super like scrawny, skinny, and then so I was bald. I remember Brian Jin just laughing his head off when he saw my hair lah. Then I realized I couldn't wear. I didn't like always wear just like t-shirts and stuff. I preferred wearing shirts because it didn't make me look so like I live off the streets or something like that. I'm not saying people who are bald live off the streets.
Yeah, but I get what you mean.
get what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
yes, yes.
And I'm a barber, so I need to
At least have
hair.
hair.
be
Yeah.
presentable.
Yeah.
I mean, not all barbers need to have hair,
Yeah.
but I make hair products. So I felt like wearing shirts or like maybe paired with a jacket made me look a bit. I felt better lah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about fashion, but it definitely made me feel better. So like the haircuts you choose with the kind of lifestyle you have,
Yes, of course.
which makes you wear what you like to wear, really determines the kind of hairstyle you want.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I 100% agree with you. When I
Yeah.
was bald, a lot of the clothes that I used to wear when I did not have hair, it just doesn't look good now.
But it's okay though.
It's okay. It's still alright. It's still an alright length. Right now, it's like slightly a bit longer, but it's still alright. But I think like definitely, I'm nowadays going for a little bit more like tailored, trim kind of cuts.
But I feel that if you're bald, there's a slight edge to it. When it comes to like dressing up and stuff, people, oh shit, this fella is someone lah.
It's like a blank canvas lah. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
But actually nowadays I grew to like hair a little bit. Yeah, like
Yeah.
trying to have a little bit of hair.
Well done.
Yeah, man. Funny story. Actually, me and Kevin has a side bet. That's the reason why I have my hair grown out. So yeah, for all those.
But previously, looking back for the past few years we worked together, I see your pictures.
Yeah.
Back when you're bald, your head was super round, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Like hella round, man. It's so weird, man. Looking like you have hair now, it's just so weird, man. To look at the pictures back then.
Is it? Yeah.
So for Kevin, so you think that hair does play an important role when it comes to fashion?
Yeah, definitely, man.
True. I've had a good hairstylist that told me this one sentence. They say that haircut is like the cheapest plastic surgery you can have.
It's you need to maintain though.
You need to maintain, but it's the cheapest plastic surgery. Look at like Ziggy Stardust. You know, like how all these haircuts like
David
change.
Bowie, right?
Yeah, David Bowie.
Yeah.
Prince, how all the haircuts like change.
Yeah.
Look
Look
at
at
the mullet era.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
David Beckham, man.
Yeah, look at
Different
David
era.
Beckham, yeah.
There's different era of David Beckham, bro. Just based on his haircut.
Just based on his haircut. And he was bald once as well, right?
Yes,
At one
yes,
point. Yeah.
yes.
So there you go. You know, I feel like, I think it's like a side by side kind of thing. But I think your haircut also kind of tells people like what kind of fashion you associate with.
Yep.
I feel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, since you're a barber, and fashion is like the thing now, what are the most requested haircuts that you get from customers?
We still get a lot of classic stuff. Because, I mean, simply because we're a barbershop. But recently, we've been getting a lot of stuff like crops.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Mullets are coming back. I mean, they've been back for a while now. They might just like neutralize for a while.
Mullet is the shit, man.
Yeah.
Chinese people cannot pull off mullet.
Whoa! That's
Legit,
a big statement right there.
Legit, bro.
We have-
How about you try then? I dare you.
I think Ben can pull it off.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's
See,
see how it
there you
goes.
go.
No, okay. No, the thing is, remember our previous intern Eve.
Yes.
She rocks a mullet. What?
Not really exactly a mullet lah. She still is like a
Miniature mullet.
miniature, very small one lah, like a tail I would say, like a mini tail lah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But I feel that people still rocking with the classic like what do you call that? Pompadour.
Pompadour.
Yeah, it's because workwear is the booming thing right now.
Yeah, that's true.
And workwear somewhat goes well with the pompadour type of haircut, the greaser. type
But
of
I
thing.
feel like the rise of pompadour was also hugely have to do with fashion at one point.
Why
it
though?
wasn't so much on the fact that I don't know about you lah, Ben, but me and Kevin, I think we share similar interests. Like we like the whole workwear, traditional tattoos, barbering. It's all kind of like
Very
this, like, sort
American.
of like very Americana kind of stuff. So I think it's sort of like linked up. But I know that at one point people had their haircut not because of they were interested in those things. They were interested in like fashion. It was just more like a fashion trend, I feel.
Yeah,
At one
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like the undercut and all, you know,
Yeah.
it was like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also because of the rise in having more barbershops in the scene.
Yes.
And barbershops are into those kind of haircuts. So like people are like, oh yeah, I gotta go to a barbershop and get my haircut. And those are the haircuts that you tend to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, can you tell us what's the difference between a salon and a barber shop?
Oh,
Like
that's-
what service? What's the difference between services and haircuts?
Okay, so nowadays in the industry, it's a very gray area. A lot of salons are doing,
Barber stuff.
very what traditionally a lot of barbers would do. And what a lot of barbershops are doing nowadays is what traditionally a lot of salons would do. So, like back in the days, salon, like maybe in 30s, 40s, 50s, barbershops are very popular. Then it died because 60s came, like needles, we're talking mods, crops. Basically, haircuts, I want to do a haircut, no products required. It sits nice like a mod or like or even a mullet. Then, so that distinguish the difference between barbershops and salons. So women's haircuts, long haircuts, like salons do that, perms, treatments, a lot of like,
Coloring.
Yeah.
All those kind of stuff.
whereas barbershops are very just focused on like the classic haircuts.
Just haircuts.
But now a lot of people are labeling themselves more like men's hairdressers. So they do men's haircuts, but all kinds of haircuts. And a lot of barbershops are doing all sorts of stuff. So it really depends on the shop you're talking about. But
True.
if you're talking traditionally, it's mainly salons mostly focuses on like longer hairstyles, not so traditional.
More female oriented, right? But I feel like,
But it's super grey right now.
but for me, because I tried both before, I feel that barber still has the best fade when it comes to like.
That's the thing lah.
Yeah, that's their thing lah.
lah. That's
So
the
like
thing.
I go to Chinese salon, they can't pull off. They ask me, give me the Drake fade. And it's like, what? Drake who?
Drake who?
fade? They just don't get it, man. You know what I mean?
To be fair though, like I think I sort of know what Kevin was talking about, because I think this was when I was in UK. I went to this particular barber store, and it's like those super like traditional kind of chairs, the lights, the wood flooring, everything is like super traditional. They don't even allow they don't really even use scissors. Or they don't even do undercuts. There's some things they won't even do. It's just strictly fades. Once I remember going in, I told them like, hey, I want like an undercut. They say that, sorry, we don't do that.
Right.
Like just straight up. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Then he's like, we are a barber shop, so we don't do this.
Yep.
So we only do
Fades lah.
fades.
Yep.
And it was quite interesting, like I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like we're talking about like specializing, right? We have like specialty coffee or like certain like tattoo places that only does certain styles.
Yes,
You
yes.
go to a tattoo artist that only does one style, and you go like, can you do geometry for me? And then the guy be like, I can do it, but like,
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it depends where you go.
I see.
Some shops are willing to do everything.
I see.
Yeah, but if you go to a shop that always does fades, they could probably do that fade 10 different ways. You know what I mean? Yeah, because they specialize in that. But you ask them to do something like undercut with long top, then they'll be like, not really.
Yeah, that's not really the image that we want
Yeah.
sending out,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think it's cool that only, like I feel that this type of like implementations only can be applied overseas because
If you do that here, I think it's a bit tougher.
it's a bit tough. People wouldn't. Oh, this fella damn boyo, man. Why should we cut with him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's quite sad lah. But then again, everyone has their own style, ma. So I feel that people should respect their style lah, at least. Yeah.
But actually, barbering, funny story. Funny thing is that I see like, okay, obviously the recent like 4 or 5 years, it has really like grown exponentially lah.
Yes.
It's like crazy. But then before that, we've always had them. The Indian barbers, technically they can do those things.
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
It's just that their method a bit unorthodox lah, I would say. With the fire on the head and all, you know, like...
You
I've
watch
never
too much.
actually I've never seen fire.
Yeah.
Like, Indian barbers here using fire.
Yeah. It's only on Facebook videos, man. That's like
I've seen before.
Bad
go,
shit
go, go, go,
crazy.
go, go, go. I've seen before. They legit like lit your neck on fire lah. Like I was like, whoa, damn! Like just to remove all the like the hair.
Maybe you kill the virus.
actually yes.
Maybe you kill the
Makes
virus.
sense, man. Corona wouldn't exist.
That's true.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Indian barbers? Like how do you think that because the surge of like all these like new like swanky barbers, do you think they are affected hugely? Because they are literally doing the same thing, almost the same thing as what most barbers are doing, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. I think they still have their market.
They still have the market.
They're a lot more affordable.
Of course, yeah.
So I think the difference between Indian barbers and barbershops like us is they do a really swift job. Like below half an hour, maybe even 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're done. Your haircut's done. So you pay what you get.
Yep.
And they with 15 minutes, how are they going to do like a crazy skin fade?
Yeah.
It's just impossible unless you pay more lah, and you sit in the chair a bit longer. So you pay what you get lor.
True. It makes sense. I feel that there's a market for
Yeah,
that.
I mean
lah.
you get what you pay for. Yeah.
There's market
And you
for
come
that.
out smelling like from Indian temple.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's-
mean, a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
them have
Like the incense and all.
Yeah,
the
but-
incense and all.
but
it
it's like-
it comes with it. It's with the,
It's a whole new vibe,
it's the
man.
experience, man.
Yeah, that's true. You
That's
know?
where they're from.
It's like every time, say for example, you go inside oven cuttery, you come out smelling like mentega, right? But if let's say you go into Indian barber, you come out smelling like incense, lah. Okay, what?
I mean,
It's
depends
fair lah,
on what
fair
vibe
trade
you're
lah,
going
fair
for,
trade.
lah.
What vibe you're going for on the
Yes,
day,
yes.
lah. I feel.
Actually, a lot of times it's also the products that they use.
Right?
That has that
Yeah.
very old school like scent.
True.
But I look at their shaver, it looks like rusted and shit. I'm not kind of scared, man.
Wow, bro, I've never really paid attention. I've only cut with Indian barbers like once, and I was like,
When I was
super young.
younger, I got no choice, lah,
I was
bro.
super young, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, Indian barbers was my go-to until I became a barber.
Yeah.
Then
but
you cut your own hair.
Yeah, I went bald. Yeah.
That's true. But I mean, divert the topic real quick lah. At least I'm glad that we are Malaysia. We are over the 15-minute quick cut thing. Remember, bro?
Oh, yeah,
It
yes.
was the craze, man. You go and then there's a machine. You slot money in.
Yeah.
They give you a ticket, and then after you just cut with this guy, they will
Yeah.
yank out a fucking Hoover, and from the ceiling one, you know, he will just yank it out, and then he will,
Yeah.
you know,
Military style.
Yeah.
Actually,
bro.
that's kind of like how the undercut came about.
Oh.
Yeah, because like back to like post-war, post-World War One, like Peaky Blinders. The reason why they have their hair cut so short, the sides no fade whatsoever, is just zap and then super long hair on top because they had to wear helmets, right? And so as long as it kept to the regulation of having the side short and like them meeting the rules, it's fine as long as the sides are short. So like a lot of military style
Haircuts.
military barbers, they need to cut for all these like soldiers, right? So it's just a clipper
All the way up.
running through all the way, leaving the top. It's just super long. I don't care how the top looks like. Zap, you're done.
Oh.
So that's essentially how like last time.
Like Peaky Blinders, all these kind of haircuts came up.
Don't you think it's funny that people tend to refer that as a trend for nowadays?
No, but the thing is, I can understand why, because it is after all very strong haircuts. The reason why people still like military haircuts is still very strong. It complements that man's geometrical face.
Yeah, in a way.
Like it's a very like sharp haircut lah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still very sharp.
It's still right.
Yeah, that's true.
So speaking of haircuts, how often do you think like one should cut their hair to look good?
Ideally, like,
Ideally.
It depends on the haircut lah.
Okay, for example now, a pompadour.
Okay, so there are two types of pompadours. Okay, there are several types. The classic pompadour would be having, we're talking Elvis Presley.
okay,
okay.
yeah, of course.
James Dean. Okay, James Dean is a bit different. James Dean is more Ivy League,
True,
where
true.
it's a bit more loose, very
Yeah.
50s.
Yeah.
So we're talking Elvis Presley, Sheen, longer sides.
Like really going at it.
Yeah, like combing to the back.
Yeah.
That one, like a month, even 2 months is fine.
Oh, okay. Because you need the length.
It will just, because back then gentlemen always style their hair. So even if it's longer on the side, it's just going to get longer. It's just going to be easier to stick it back.
Yeah, true.
Until it's super heavy and you can't stand it anymore, you go to the barbers.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a fade on the sides or like shorter sides, and
Like
then
James
and then
Dean,
yeah, and then like one of the times James Dean has his hair like shorter on the sides, but you pump it up, then your sides are just going to grow out really fast.
True.
Yeah, so talking back military again, your sides grow out super quick if you do it super short. So the myth is that like if I want it, a lot of customers come to us and they go, I want it to last, so I cut it. Can you cut it super crazy short? So you go all the way to the skin, but that haircut actually won't last as long as if you left it longer.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the shorter you go, the least like fresh it will look
When it grows out.
when
lah.
it grows out.
Oh yeah.
So if I had kept my hair, like right now my sides are pretty long, if I kept it for like 1 more month, it will still look sort of
the same.
Yeah.
if I styled it.
Yeah.
So it's whether people
Yeah.
are willing to style.
That's
their
what I
hair.
always go for, man. Our sides all super short.
Hmm.
But then again, it makes sense lah. It grows out. It looks out of shape real fast. Within a week, man, the shape would chow.
Then again, I think everyone's hair is different. Like for
Yeah.
me, I have the time and dedication to cut every 2 weeks once.
Wow,
but
okay.
even so, also I sort of understand where Kevin's coming from, which is why I avoid with hair. I avoid to have like the Peaky Blinders cut, like the very like zero to the front and back kind of thing, because I feel like when it grows out, it's very ugly. It's the kind of haircut that you have to cut like super often and style your hair, all these kind of things.
Yeah.
But that's why I prefer to still have like a 0, 1, 2, like a gradient up sort of lah. Not so obvious, but definitely 0 on the sides here, just
Fade
so
lah,
to make
basically.
it look sharp. That's all
Yeah,
thing.
we call it a taper.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it called a tape? Yeah.
So taper is usually it's it's almost exactly you would use the term for like tapering jeans. So you want to taper it up to your ankle because that's like a good spot where
of course.
your jeans stops, right?
Yeah.
Following the shape of your leg. So tapers are supposed to follow the shape of
the head.
your head, like your nape, like above your neck,
Yeah.
and then like your sideburns. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
taper helps keep the shape of your haircut.
I see. You really dropped some knowledge, like for us. Like I actually didn't know. I always thought it's just like a gradual fade. At least that's what I call it, lah. So yeah.
That's why he's a barber and we are not.
Yeah,
We do
that's true.
podcasts only.
That's true. But just now we mentioned like you guys do like a lot of like type of haircuts like mullets, all these kind, different ones. But let's like move on to something a little bit more fun now. Like, what do you think about like culture appropriation haircuts, like dreadlocks? You know, I always see on like Instagram like those meme, like those black guy complain like
Right.
oh, like no man, dreadlocks is like a Rasta thing, you know, why the hell are you
It's
doing it?
inappropriate for
It's
Asians to rock
inappropriate.
it.
Yeah, that's true. Man, Asian people cannot rock dreadlocks, legit, straight up. We are too fair to.
We don't have the vibe lah.
Yeah, we just don't
Our
have the
body
I
vibe.
don't know.
frames
I guess if you're talking about haircuts, cultural appropriation, then like, can we Asians play reggae? Like,
True.
like you know what I mean? Like,
True.
you've got so many meshes in genres of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
And like even with haircuts, like we're not in World War right now. Like why are you going back to the 80s? Or like
True.
fashions just constantly going back in time.
Yeah.
So like the undercut, it's like a super like German soldier popular thing. And then it became like the British gang, they adopted that.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of Irish immigrants actually adopted that as well.
It's a very European thing.
Now it's like a show on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, I want to have this haircut. But it's like a German soldier thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
And I guess if you like it, you like it. It's not killing anyone.
Yeah, it's not wrong, right?
I guess if you're not sending out a wrong message.
Yes, that's all.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like-
don't.
yes.
Yeah, I feel like skinhead sometimes can give a wrong message. I feel like if you have the haircut and you dress a certain way, you might actually send out a wrong message.
No, but the
like
thing-
Nazi vibes are.
No, but the thing is, if you like the look, it's okay. But you don't send the message of.
You
that
just
one.
don't send the message with the
then-
swastika and shit.
Yes,
lah,
yes.
yeah.
I think it's okay lah for people to rock just the look lah.
that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, I think also it's important for people to know what it represents, lah.
Yes.
If you're doing like, I mean, if you love Bob Marley and you love his music,
Yeah, by all means, right?
By all means,
And-
man.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, by all means, right?
It's like you like rap, then you just add some dreadlocks. Then I don't see a.
No, okay. You know what? I think Kevin is right because nowadays a lot of people like rap, right? You see a lot of fades and like skit, like a lot of fades, crop hairstyle kind of
Yeah.
thing, like Drake-looking guys lah coming out.
Yeah.
Right, isn't it? Yeah, actually, you know what? He's right, but yeah, I just feel like sometimes it
People-
doesn't really suit. You get what I'm trying to say, like that.
No,
kind of-
it suit them or not is another point lah.
it's
But
a
as
personal
long you
thing, lah.
feel like it, then just embrace it lah, bro. Get what I mean? It's 2020 already, bro. Let's be positive, man. I'm saying.
That's true. So what do you call? What is the most versatile haircut that you think anyone can rock?
Yeah.
Most versatile.
Like you know what? Like if you have no idea what to cut,
Yeah, just cut that.
this is the cut.
Oh,
Because I always get a lot of like questions on IG.
there's really no answer to this.
Really?
It
There's no
really
answer.
depends on the person.
True.
Yeah.
I always feel like you should get a haircut with the culture that you are associated
Cultural appropriation.
with. No, not culture. Also, like what is your interest? I would say, right? I think that's like the closest.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Like
Okay,
for example,
let's not talk about people in our scene lah. Let's talk about layman.
let's talk about layman.
Let's
yeah.
talk about layman.
If you're accountant, then I don't know. Just
What's an
like-
accountant haircut?
Okay, so if you're talking white collar jobs,
Okay.
right? Corporate, all your. Okay, it's funny because the haircuts we're doing now, right? It's like we're going back to primary school.
Yeah,
it's essentially
literally,
our
yeah.
grandparents' haircuts.
Yeah,
Why,
yeah.
Okay, so I was just reading through like old haircuts and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Shout out, Brian.
to BC. Such a distraction. So you've got these rules saying how your haircut must be tapered because it shouldn't, when you're at war, it shouldn't stick out your helmet because it might be easy for an enemy to pull on it. Or like you might get stuck in some branch.
Really?
Okay, like it's for safety reasons, that's why a lot of people go bald. But those are the same rules we have in school, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You cannot go past half your ear for your sideburns,
Yeah.
Yes,
all that
yes.
kind of stuff. And it's pretty much the same like rule book for corporate guys.
Oh, really?
I mean,
they have a rule.
I mean, like if you're unless you're in an unorthodox law firm or what, but like essentially, how are you gonna rock a dreadlock and be an accountant?
Oh no. Okay, I mean, of course lah. But what you meant by rule book is that when you enter, like for example, I don't know, Deloitte, they have this like, okay, by the way, you're working for us right now. Here's a book.
No, like I think like rule book. I say
okay.
unsaid.
I thought it's like
so
a
a
literal.
lot of like white collar guys, they are concerned. They're like,
Okay.
oh, they're a bit worried when they come to the barber shop. So, but there's so many ways we can do fades and tapers and all that kind of stuff that
They
looks
still look professional.
awesome. And all these haircuts, old haircuts, they work now. Like it's in they're timeless lah.
That's true.
So
That's true.
even if it's like a skin fade with like
Yeah.
executive contour, which is a bit of weight,
Yeah.
it looks really, really nice and clean.
That's true.
So
That's
it works for like white collar guys, even if it's like a crop. So a lot of the haircuts we do are very practical,
Practical haircuts.
but
okay.
very like stylish at the same time.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I think a lot of people like classic haircuts. Like I mean, I know Ben, you are also trying to go for it.
I'm trying to go it out lah.
Yeah, me too as well. So it's strong, but at the same time, stylish lah. In that
Yeah,
sense, it's not it's not dated lah. I would say. Yeah.
I'm trying to go out the the oppa vibe. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Korean.
Yeah. Okay.
oppa
Korean
vibe.
haircuts. So Korean haircuts. Yeah.
Let's get into Korean haircuts.
Okay, depending what kind of Korean haircuts. Like, a lot of them are very Ivy League influenced.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you guys know Popeye magazine.
Yes.
Yes, Popeye.
A lot of them have like a lot of the models have very relaxed haircuts. So depending if you have like a super Korean face, then you okay. Imagine an Ivy League haircut. Like we're talking James Dean, super relaxed, like the longer one, and you put like a Korean face. Imagine James Dean had like a Korean face.
Yeah.
It just automatically become K-pop.
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
essentially Ivy League 1950s.
Yeah. It's
kinda
just the
haircut.
face lah, basically.
Unless you're talking like the mop haircut, which
Yeah.
is like the
Yeah,
bowl.
I know.
The bowl haircut.
Oh, bro.
The bow haircut is a vibe, yo. I kind of love it, man.
You're almost there, bro.
Bro. Like I had to say, like, no, I don't know. Okay, remember at one point, I think in terms of haircut lah, I'm gonna just be straight up. I think the 90s and the early 2000s really fucked all of us up.
Why?
The 90s and 2000 haircuts are just like, I don't even know how to explain it. You remember Liu Xing Hua Yuan?
Oh.
Fantastic Four. Is it
Yeah,
Fantastic Four?
F4.
Yeah.
Bro, long ass fringe. The sides are
dude.
longer. It's like
The 90s and the 2000s, that whole like it's Malaysia. I don't know about other parts of the world, but I think Malaysia went through that whole like T-pop phase kind of thing. You know, like
What phase?
T-pop,
Taiwan
Taiwan
pop.
pop kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay,
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
Taiwan is quite influenced by Japanese like manga-ish kind of
It's
haircuts.
somewhat related,
Yeah.
yes.
Right, that's the thing, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
those are ugly ass haircuts.
Did y'all ride on the trend before?
Okay, what kind of haircuts like did your parents have? Like your dad's?
Oh, those.
Oh, my father has always had I would say something like yours but shorter. Reason being is because his hair is thick.
Did they ever have like that Beatles era, like 60s, 70s,
Oh.
long?
Yeah. My father had
Haircut.
like that bow-ish looking kind of thing. Is it?
Yeah.
My dad had.
Yeah.
My dad had like the sideburns is like the line one, but
Yeah.
the top is very thick one.
Yeah.
So you can comb out.
So like-
those-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh
like
yeah,
the military all the way.
my dad went through the era.
Yeah,
before.
same.
Yeah.
Hey, my mom is the quite crazy one. She tried like the bob. She tried the bob, and then she tried the. I swear to God, speaking of that, I was just looking through pictures with my mom that day lah, and she tried the the 爆炸 one.
Oh,
Bro, I
thing,
was
yeah.
really like,
yes.
yeah, like it was the 80s thing, you know, like that
Yes,
kind of
yes.
thing going on.
That
I
was
was
the thing back
the
then.
Lion
80s,
Mane,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Lion
like, fuck.
So for y'all, since we're talking about parents now, for us, did y'all follow any attempt to follow any trends before?
I attempted to follow the super classic like James Deaney one before.
Okay.
I did that before, and it didn't work out too well for me. Reason being is because the references I got was okay. I learned it the hard way lah. I think for a good like 2-3 years I was really struggling like. Because my references were all people with vampire hairline. I call it the vampire hairline lah. So
Vampire hairline.
like it's like an M like that.
Okay.
It kind of like droops out. Something like
Batman.
what Ben has lah. Yeah, but it's sharper lah. I would say it's
Yeah,
sharper. And the way that their hair is like grown is like almost in front there. There's like this like fin kind of thing. Like I would say there's a fin. But for us Asian, most of us have a very straight hairline, right? So it doesn't look like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So I was like, fuck. I really like that kind of hairstyle. And also the fact that my hair is very thick, and I think Angmo hair are very like thin. Yeah, so I think there's that distinction. I was trying, but it wasn't really. So eventually, I just like fuck it. I went for undercut and I comb back lah. Basically, that was what I did for a long time. What about you?
What about you, Kevin?
What kind of hairstyle I had?
Yeah,
No,
what kind of
yeah,
trend
that-
did you like?
you ride
just
on
like-
previously.
Like if you're talking 90s, 2000, I totally had the Welcome to the Black Parade. Like all the way, dude. I would gladly do it again.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because he was in a band, so
Yeah,
it-
I remember
it makes
Brian
sense,
showed a picture of him. Wow,
Yes,
that
yes,
was
yes.
like
I had,
He was super skinny
I
back
had
then.
my fringe like just all the way down to my like chest.
Dude, how you even
Damn.
maintain that? Like, doesn't it get in your way
Yeah,
every day?
it's worth the sacrifice.
worth the sacrifice.
worth the
How long did
sacrifice.
it took for you to grow that out, man?
Yeah.
Like maybe a year.
Wow. That's actually quite fast.
Actually
That's
quite fast. Yeah, quite fast. Damn.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben? What trends have you tried?
K-pop lah. You know how
Serious?
K-pop guys have the long ass fringe.
So
then-
you had that?
No, the thing is, I don't have straight hair. My hair is kind of wavy. Then I was kind of emo lah, because I can't achieve the effect I want. So I kind of hate myself. I hate wavy hair. I hate my gene. Then eventually, like, fuck this shit, man. I don't want to be like them. I want to be myself lah. So I eventually embraced what I have lah.
I see.
But the K-pop one was I tried to ride the longest lah.
Yeah. At one point in my life, when I was like 15 or 16, I then again, is it the correct name? I was really into, okay, I don't know whether you all know this lah, but like, you know the band Slayer, right?
Yeah.
I think was it the guitarist or the bassist? He had like a beard, like super long one, but he's like shaved head. And I was really like,
But you can't
I
grow a
was-
beard.
I really was trying. That time I really started having. I really was trying out. At one point, my father was like, "Bro,
Cut that shit off.
cut that shit off." You know why? Because
Are you
I was.
kidding me? Your genes came from me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like shaving the top
Every
of
day.
my but I was leaving this part because I was hoping that I would grow it out, and then because I saw one of the performance he did lah, and then he basically braided it like it's like a and it's quite cool lah, and I was like, oh shit, I really want that. Like I shaved my head bald, and then like I was trying to, yeah,
Let's be real lah. We are Chinese, bro.
yeah, that's true.
We only can go upper and lower. We can't go in the middle.
Implants exist nowadays.
True.
That's true, but I think I don't know. It just doesn't really suit our image lah in that sense, right? Yeah,
We
true.
look like straight up clowns and like cats on our face, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so just now I mentioned about the fact that like when I went to the UK, that barber shop that was very strict and everything, and also I was really glad that I went to that barber shop as well because they are the ones that taught me about. Of course, you also previously when I cut my hair first time with you also reiterate that, but I actually never knew about like all the guards on. When I first started, I just always go on like I want this. You just cut this lah. And I think a lot of barbers, it's just like I don't even bother to explain to you lah. I just cut the hair lah. You guys try to say no, serious. But that barber shop in the UK really bother to explain to me. Like, so you want a 0, you want a 1, you want a 2, you want a 3. Yeah. So do you think like do you think that like it's important like part of like men's grooming these days that at least you should know about a bit of this? You get what I mean? Like a bit of like would it help? You know, like
Right. Firstly, I think it should be the barber's job to educate.
Yes.
it's not so much on
I mean, clients should do their homework, find references
Yes,
or
yes.
whatever. But like, it's unless they find the right source, it's hard for them to get everything in one book. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a number 2 or this is a number 4.
That's true.
So it should be the barber's job to be able to
Communicate.
to educate and also like interpret what the customer wants.
That's true.
So I think other than learning like the numbering, just pictures are very important.
Yeah.
You have like a picture reference.
Yeah.
That's like the best for barbers.
That's true.
Um,
So they get a sort of hint and like
Yeah.
a reference, right?
Yeah. It's better. Because I always last time when I go to like for a new barber, I'll bring a reference and
Same.
see whether
Is it
see what-
achievable?
Yes, exactly.
But a lot of barbers are very dishonest though.
Why?
They say can, but actually it doesn't really suit you. You get what I mean? Like I've been in that situation a lot of times.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you just like can. Then after it comes out, it's like what?
yeah, that's actually the downside with pictures. Is that the
Unrealistic,
guy's head shape,
yeah.
the guy's hair type might be completely different.
Exactly.
So it's also, I find that it's the barber's job.
To give like
I
realistic.
mean, you can find the closest reference as possible, but it's also the barber's job to sort of
change it up to
yeah,
your
tailor
hair
it
shape.
to your own
Hair shape.
hair type.
But it's not entirely the barber's fault. I feel like it's 50-50. Like if you don't have the head shape, don't have the hair texture, you
Just
really
don't
can't
lah.
achieve. Just don't lah.
Yeah, just don't lah. I
Get what I
feel
mean?
it's tough lah.
Tahu malu
But speaking of which though, I don't know where Ben you know about this lah. Like let's like talk something a bit more fun lah. Last time this was a long time ago when Kevin was cutting my hair. We just was having a chat lah. He
Okay.
told me about a very very funny story that has happened to him about a guy that wanted to come in and then he didn't want a massage and everything.
Right, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, so it's like I will forever remember this client. Like I hope he never hears this podcast. But so it's a long story. Let me try to cut it a bit short.
We got all the time, man.
We got all the time, man.
Okay, so this guy comes in, tells me what he wants. So his hair looks like you got it bald and then you grew it out for 3 months.
Okay.
But he wants it shorter on the top, but not the sides.
Okay.
So can you imagine what it already looks like? Right? So I started cutting his hair dry because when we cut it dry, you can see immediate results. If you cut it wet, it eases the cutting process, but you can't see the immediate
Yeah,
effect.
of
And he
course.
said he doesn't use product whatsoever.
Okay.
So cutting his hair halfway, he looked around and he's like, why aren't you cutting it wet? Then I'm like, is there a reason why you want to cut it like
Wet
with your
lah,
hair
yeah.
wet? Then he's like, so he just kept quiet. Then I continued cutting his hair.
Okay.
After a while, he turned around and he said, he just said it out loud in the entire barbershop. Is there anyone who can cut my hair wet? I'm like, okay, if you want it cut wet, I'll try to do it. So I wet his hair, cut. Then I only did like just a bit of a trim. Then he said it was too short already, but I barely did anything. So he came back second time.
Yeah.
I didn't charge him for the cut. He it almost looked like a rambutan, bro. Yeah.
Bad shit,
So
bro.
yeah,
Okay.
so I didn't charge him. It was
Okay.
the haircut he wanted lah, but it was a bit too short. Then he came back second time. I cut it just a little bit. Then he still said too short.
What?
So I charged him half price.
Okay.
Okay, same haircut. It's a
Okay.
bit different. So he came back the third time.
Wow.
And for you, looking for you specifically.
Yeah. Okay, this like the first time I encountered him, I was at the counter.
Yeah.
And then he came in and then he said he wanted a haircut, but the barbershop was full,
Okay.
like fully booked. Because I was waiting for a client.
Yeah.
Then my client so up and cancelled and then he left. So I ran out to get him and said, hey, my client cancelled, I got a spot. Then he just looked up at me and he just gave me the elevator and he's like, are you sure you're a barber? So I'm like, okay, maybe this guy has psychological differences.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
And I totally understand that. My job is to cater to your needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, fast forward, he came the third time. This time around, I just literally played with his hair. I just snipped here and there, but didn't do anything.
Okay.
Because the last time I cut, he said it was too short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so I did nothing. I just play around with
Okay.
it, like try cut here and there. Then I show him in the mirror. How's this? He's like, yeah, good.
Damn.
So I was like, okay lah, I did my job lah.
I did my job. Okay. I
Because
did my
like
job.
in his mind, we're talking about like what haircut suits you and what people like.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're happy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I just wouldn't put that on my portfolio lah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But technically,
shit.
he's not doing anything wrong. At the end of the day, the customer is happy.
Yeah.
Then okay
So
lah, job
so
done.
the thing is, after I had my own place, the oven Cuttery and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff, he comes back again after a few months.
Okay.
How did he find you though? Actually.
Maybe like online or he asked around now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he's just telling me, nobody understands my hair like you do. Then for me, I'm like, yeah, for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Then he's like, only you know how to cut my hair.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm just happy. Like I can make someone happy. lah.
Okay.
But
that's good.
okay, let me just understand more about this situation. Okay, so his hair is like a rambutan. So like he say lah, it's you cut ball and then you just let it grow.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta grow like a
You
round.
round lah.
So if you play with his hair and you didn't cut anything, then it's literally just growing out round like that lah.
It looks the same.
It looks the same lah.
Just maybe like a lineup or whatnot.
Okay.
Damn.
So he
Right?
memang wants his hair.
How do you wrap your head around that? Like he
Yeah.
comes back second time, he disrespects you, but like whatever lah. Like it's customer first, so
Yeah,
we try
yeah.
to look past all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luckily I'm not a tattoo artist, right? That's why,
Yes,
Just play around like turning like, oh yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Like damn bro. Yeah. Oh
Damn.
shit.
Then what about the massage part? You say you don't massage, oh?
Hot towel, right?
yeah. Like, because it's his first time in my new place, so we
Okay.
did the hot towel.
Yeah.
So the hot towel was just halfway on his face, and then I would have to take it off, right? And then like
yeah.
wipe everything. So he literally just got up halfway and he threw the towel in the basket himself.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
It's like, oh, you didn't like it? It's like, no, I don't know what's this for.
Oh.
So it's fine.
Actually quite cool. I think this guy he's like very straight up lah.
Straight up.
He
yeah.
just
Straight up.
wanted to say what he feels lah. That's all.
definitely
Yeah.
straight up.
We need to get him on the podcast, man.
Really get him. He literally just yelled at the barber shop, "Who can cut my hair wet?" The guy like that.
Yeah, it's like, is there anyone who can cut my hair wet?
Oh shit.
Demanding bugger, man.
This is the money bugger.
My boss got like when I was in that shop when he yelled, my boss got like quite upset lah.
Oh.
Cause like, yeah, you get like customers like yelling like I'm already
yeah.
serving him.
That's true. That's true. He was upset at you, or was he upset at like at
I
him?
think he's just like
upset lah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's sad, man.
Interesting. Is there any other like weird instances that you have encountered besides this one?
Let me think.
But this set the bar too high. Yeah, that's
Yeah, this would be
This is
hella
like the
weird.
rambutan.
This is my first time hearing someone say, "Oh, I want my top short, but my side's long."
Bro, thank goodness you didn't cut that lah. My goodness.
no, I kind of did it.
You kind of did it.
But it didn't went full.
Yeah, but
on,
it still looked
it wa-
okay. lah.
okay lah. Okay.
Bro, that's hella
It's
weird,
definitely-
It's
man.
bro, it's avant-garde. We call it
Avant-garde, yes, that's the way of
abstract
it.
art, dude. Like there is no rules, right? Break the
Damn.
rules.
Top short but side long
Yeah.
That's like new.
That's basically balding
That's
already.
balding That's like
Then-
called balding Yeah. Oh my
But
god.
it's art lah, bro. You wouldn't understand lah, bro.
Yeah, but nothing crazier than that.
Nothing
I've
crazy.
heard crazier stories.
You've heard crazy stories.
Yeah.
For example.
Emmanuel, one of my barbers, was cutting a kid, like cried till he puked all
What?
over the cape. Just like, man.
Man.
Bro, that's bad, man. That's
Cut
hella
till you
bad.
puke, but that's
Guy
not in your
cried, like, just you cry, just like,
heaving and all, right?
Wow, bad.
But that did not happen in your barber, right? In your
No.
shop, right? It was some other
yeah,
place.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's get back to topic. So I think this is near the end of the podcast already. So let's talk about like what's your barber outfit, since this is a fashion podcast,
Yeah,
right?
that's
What's your
true.
go-to barber outfit?
He say he's not into fashion. That's the lie, lah.
That's a lie. Man. I see fella
fucking
damn
lie.
stylo lah, bro.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, as in, when I say that, I mean I don't have a lot of knowledge on fashion. Like I
fair
just
enough.
like what I
but
like.
you
I
just
like
like to dress up. That's for sure, lah.
yeah.
Everyone looks good anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to be presentable and give your
Yeah.
client confidence, lah. And okay, so what was the question again?
What's like your
I'll go to
Yes.
outfit. I'm actually quite flexy with, like, there will be times where I like workwear because that's like where it came from, like barbering and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it actually kind of makes your job easier. Literally, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because we get hair
Yes.
all over us.
Yes.
Yeah. And you don't want to, like, if you're constantly washing your clothes, you want the fabric to last.
Yes.
So workwear has very sturdy material.
Yes,
So
indeed.
it makes sense to do workwear. I sometimes just wear like I would when I used to play gigs.
Oh.
So
Like short pants, t-shirt.
it's like like sneakers, like whatever, like Vans or Converse.
But it will ruin your sneaker though, all the small bits of
yeah.
hair
So
get stuck
like
in your
when you go
shoes.
to a gig, like people step over your shoe. And
Yes,
so
definitely.
like yeah, I'm not one to like jaga my shoe.
Bro, you know what? He's the first guy I've ever met lah that can wear a Doc Martens got hole one lah.
Wow, for
Like
real?
I have, bro, I have no idea how the fuck is that possible ah. You know the part where your leg bends and then the shoe kind of
Yeah,
creases?
yeah.
That's the part where the hole happens eh. Like he used it so much that it had a small hole there ah. And I'm like,
Wow.
damn,
It's bigger now.
it's bigger now.
He really embraced the workwear aesthetic, man.
Yeah. No, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
think you shouldn't throw it away. You should just keep
Just
it.
frame it.
Yeah,
Wow.
just put it and then like put a tag there like from year 2001 to
Yeah,
2020 RIP or something like that. You know,
Yes.
just put it there, you know?
It's a vibe, man.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, but okay, so workwear. So some of the workwear choices that you like is probably like Dickies or that's what I see you most in, right?
Yeah, I have Dickie stuff.
Ben Davis. Yeah.
Well, Ben Davis is awesome because
Yeah,
it's super
yeah.
comfortable.
True.
What about Carhartt?
I don't really have a lot of Carhartt stuff.
Mm,
I guess because like Carhartt,
It's a different kind. It's more a carpenter workwear kind of thing,
yeah,
right? Isn't it?
like essentially they're like a workwear company, but they do a lot of like lifestyle stuff.
Yes.
So I know them more for their lifestyle stuff than their workwear stuff. And like their workwear stuff are like construction.
Yeah,
Very heavy duty
It's
material.
carpenter, construction
Yes.
based
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not very.
So it's either like super heavy duty or like
Yeah.
super
Super
street.
lifestyle, yes.
Yeah, super
That's why there's a Carhartt WIP and a Carhartt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I still
absolutely.
prefer the Carhartt more
Yes.
than the WIP stuff.
It lasts
So,
longer,
yeah,
man.
that's true. But I think your style I would say is quite similar to like biker style kind of vibe lah. Like with the
Greaser,
Ben Davis,
greaser.
greaser, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
yeah.
because of the fit, Carhartt, I don't know, doesn't fit like
Very well on you.
on like smaller Asians. When it comes to workwear,
That's true. Actually, I agree.
personally find that,
Yes,
right?
yes, I agree. I
I
agree. I
So
cannot fit
I
that
feel
shit,
like with
man.
Dickies, no problem. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
You got the slim, you got the straights, you got
Yes.
the other skinny, which is called the super slim or something like that. Yeah,
But Carhartt is just straight and big.
Straight and white.
Yeah,
Straight
straight
and
and
white.
white,
Yeah.
yes.
And,
So-
and actually their sizing is damn big.
Damn big, bro.
Bro, I have to wear 30, you know, their pants. Is that big, you know.
Oh,
They are like
oh.
2 size up my
Wow.
usual.
Man.
Yeah, it's huge.
So I
ah.
can't fit their stuff, man.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
it's
like,
very loose. Their pants are very loose. Their t-shirt also, I don't really like the t-shirt lah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Matsales, bro.
Yeah. But okay, so we have come to the end of the podcast. Hey, thanks man,
Yes.
Kevin, for actually we had a pretty like light-hearted talk about like
I learned a lot of new shit and funny
learn a lot
shit,
of new
man.
shit.
today.
We learned that Pompadour now has pomade now has a
What?
okay, expiry date lah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's about
exactly,
time that
exactly.
I change mine before it start molding or some shit lah.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. Okay, so
Do you have any last like comments or tips or advice for our listeners? Like for example, when it comes to haircut and stuff like that.
or you want to self-promote a bit?
Yes, sir.
yeah. Well, you can come visit my shop.
Yeah, at the Oven Cuttery.
Yeah.
Remember to book way very early.
Yeah,
man.
that's why.
Book very early, man. Give some advice lah, like
Give some
what
advice.
what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, I think timeless haircuts last.
exactly.
So
yes.
if you want to look for classic, a lot of people say classic haircuts, but it really comes from like the time of like 1910 to 50s, 60s. So those haircuts are, in my opinion, one of the best haircuts. If you want something longer, go for like the Ivy League, 1950s. Something sleek, go for like the 30s to like the 40s.
There's something for everyone, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I'm more leaning towards those kind of styles that I think would suit.
I think it's more versatile. It's more for everyone. It's quite easy to pull off. You don't need to jaga cut every week to just keep up with the trend. You get what I mean?
That's true.
Korean
That's
things.
True. That's true. And I think it's a haircut that can last you a long time.
Yes.
Like throughout old age.
Goes well with outfit as well.
That's true.
What I'm saying.
That's true. Okay, so thanks for coming for the podcast.
Yeah, man. Thanks a
for
lot.
having me.
Yeah, and guys, please do check out the Oven Cuttery.
Yeah, man.
Like what Ben said, please book earlier.
Yes, book
Currently,
earlier.
right now, you guys have 4 barbers. Am I right?
Yeah, so 3 full-time barbers and an apprentice.
And an apprentice. Okay. Yeah, so do look out. 3 full-time barbers is Kevin,
man.
Emmanuel, and
Ai.
Ai.
Yeah.
And so check out their pomade line, man. Montega.
Yes, really, really good. I myself
sir.
use the blue color one. What is it called? The Lagoon.
Yeah.
The Lagoon. Yeah, and it's
You got
very
hair,
good.
man?
Bro, you can't see it. It's damn long. Now my hair.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways,
Whoever flies your kite.
okay. This is Isaac,
Ben here.
and we will see you guys at the next podcast. Ciao.
Yes, sir. Ciao.
Oh, it's Buzz back again.
Back again. End
That's
of the
the-
podcast.
Yeah, man. That's the end of the podcast. So if you like today's podcast and you would like to follow up with what Kevin is all about, do follow him at his Instagram handle at Kevin Cottie, KevinCottie.
Yeah.
He also owns the Oven Cuttery, so TheOvenCuttery. Okay, and also do check out. There's a direct link that goes to the hair products that he made, which
man.
is called Montega Pomade.
Yeah.
So it's all there within the same sort of Instagram account.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Also, if you do like this podcast, do give us a like, a subscribe at MastersMY on Instagram. And also, our podcast will be available on YouTube, MastersMY as well. And Spotify, Apple Music, all the jazz, man. So,
till then, this is Isaac,
this band here.
and we'll see you guys